So welcome back to Everyone Loves My Mother. You're not that good at asking questions.
I have been asking you questions. What's your favourite colour?
Why are we doing this with a moron? Seriously.
You want to live in a house where you open the door and you're like, oh dear, the granny who lived here has died.
Fuck off, Tom. Who wants to eat at breakfast in the dark?
Pet peeves in the home.
Being told to take your shoes off. I hate that. Take your jumper off.
Take your top off.
It's just for anyone who didn't know, I'm Alice's mother.
And the podcast is obviously clearly all about her.
No, but it's not, though.
But she thinks it is.
It's not about
that's
her.
the only way you're going to get me here, so let's just keep going on with it, shall we?
Exactly. But this episode really will be about you.
Yeah, because it's about home and decor.
And you are the queen.
Am I? That's very kind. I'm not sure I am, but I love the topic, so let's chat.
We're going to chat about it, but let's not make a mistake and forget to say, what are you wearing?
Okay, today, as the sun is shining and it's a bit warmer, I'm wearing a white shirt. I mean, I know I've got quite a few, but from that brand, WNU, with nothing underneath. I know I have a lot of them. I'm a big fan. Trousers called the Bing by Joseph.
Lovely.
And shoes are very old Zara.
Are the trousers old? Because they're really nice.
Yeah, they are. No, not that old. They still do the style.
They're great. Joseph, God, that's really old school.
Mm.
I am wearing
Love that.
a Alessandra Rich yellow and black.
It's like a butter yellow, isn't it?
Yeah, polka dot dress, which is
black or navy dots.
And black dots, a little bit.
You look very sort of business-like.
Oh, I feel like Julia Roberts in
You do.
Pretty Woman.
You do.
Not so business-like.
No,
And she's a hooker.
No, it's sort of you take
Well,
seriously.
it is a business of sorts.
It is a business of sorts. And I'm wearing my favourite brown suede Manolo Blahniks.
I just would love to give it a go walking
Who
in
match my puppy dog. We've got Betsy on
She's
set
exact
today.
colour.
She's the right colour as the shoes, and she is going to help with our home decor. Oh, look, she's talking. You're talking.
Sorry, that's upsetting the sound. Please, can you not
okay.
do that?
So, Mum,
Yes, Alice,
we
let's start.
both have passions for our homes.
We do.
Probably you more than me.
Possibly, yeah. No, possibly. I'm older than you. I've lived in more houses than you. So
A lot more houses.
A lot more houses.
Surprising fact, you've lived in how many homes?
I don't know.
Like 12?
10.
Yeah. I mean, the weird thing is between kind of
Well,
97.
No. If you count sort of Switzerland and stuff, yeah, 12 or
No,
something.
but between like 97 and 20, when did you move into your home now?
5 years ago.
So between 97 and 5 years ago, 2021, you've lived in like 8 homes.
More than that.
Basically, as soon as she's in a home,
She moves out.
She moves out.
That's a good
I
point.
think that I do quite like change.
Weird.
I do quite like change. And I like the decorating process. And I love the challenge, as does my husband.
So talk me through, because people probably don't know this, you actually have a bit of background in decor and a home.
And what you're going to say, like I'm some FBI agent.
No, you are not that. But you have not only decorated lots
maybe
of your...
that's why she's moved home so much, because she's on in the Witness Protection Agency.
Yeah, could be, yeah.
You're not just... You haven't just decorated homes.
No, my husband, when I married him, which if you've listened to any other podcast, you'll realise that was not the easiest of roads. Anyway, he owned a hotel in Chelsea called Number 11 for 30 years. So when we got married, I sort of fell into decorating that hotel with his lovely brother. We did it hand in hand. And so it was a very good learning curve. But home decor has always been a passion of mine.
And you do just know.
I don't know. I think it's all very personal. I don't think anyone's home is not right. If it's their home and they're comfortable in it, it's right.
Yeah. Not that you would ever criticise someone else's home.
Never.
Never. She
Never.
would never do
Never.
that.
No, I wouldn't.
Where do you think this passion for the home has come from for you? Do you think it was your childhood in Australia?
I don't know. I mean, would you say that yours came from me? My mother was interested in home decor.
Yeah. I think it came from you? I think I was surrounded by beautiful things.
Yeah.
With you. And yeah, of course it came from you.
And then when you married Tom?
But then...
I've taught you a lot, haven't I?
You've not taught me anything to do with the home.
What has he... Well,
I mean, he's taught me like how to use a fender.
A fender?
Who Tom has.
Yeah.
That's a hugely useful thing.
I know, hugely. Well, it is actually if you like sitting around a fireplace.
Fender guitar?
No, a fender around a fireplace.
Uh-huh.
But I think I moved into here when I started decorating it when I was like 26.
Yeah.
So that was quite a wild ride.
Do you regret any of your choices?
I think we're skipping ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Let's go back to the foundations of
Okay.
kind of what does home kind of mean to you? Because I think that's an
Home is
interesting anchor.
It is. Home is somewhere that you feel safe in, that gives, to me, I love it to give me joy visually. Too much so.
Which gives you then joy physically.
Everything.
Oh my God, Alice.
I am obsessed with my environment, and I shouldn't be. So if I go somewhere and I don't like it, to a hotel or something,
Which is more likely you're not going to like it.
more likely.
Yeah.
More likely.
So if you get, sorry to say it because this sounds a bit inappropriate, but if you get joy physically from a room you like, what's the opposite? If you see a room you don't like, what happens to you?
You don't sleep well.
I don't stay in that room.
You're cold, you're unhappy.
Yeah, no, it's a bad idea. But anyway, my home gives me great joy. I quite like changing things.
I
I criticize myself a lot for decisions. I'm always looking for something unusual. I buy a lot of things on eBay. I'll buy fabric on eBay. I mean, I know that if any of my children are listening, there's going to be a whole thing on blue and green.
We've got that as a point later.
I know, but I love blue and green together with other colours, obviously. I'm passionate about colour, texture, antiques, not antiques, paintings. I just love my environment, and I feel very happy when I am at home.
Interesting, because as
Scent.
you said all of this, because we don't prep any of this, as you probably know when you
Yeah.
listen and watch this,
Crystal clear.
I was trying to think why the home is associated to me with joy. And it's the aesthetic, it looking great, basically. But more than that, to me, it's the rooms entrenched with memories.
Yeah, they
that
bring you-
I
yeah.
do not like the change. It is, for me,
Oh.
seeing that same thing, being under that same coloured eiderdown,
Yeah.
seeing those same curtains that are actually starting to fade, being on that same chair.
That you've brought your children home.
Yeah.
I didn't do that because we've
You're always
often
moving.
moved because my husband's in property, so it's not always been choice.
Yeah.
But I think I love that. I think
Yeah.
you're absolutely right when you say, well, that's, I brought all my children home here from the hospital. Not Billy, but actually he was very little when he came here. And that's
was
really
one.
lovely. I
But
agree
the joy
completely.
basically is from the memories. But also,
Yeah.
of course, it's a creation, making a home. It is, so it's wonderful walking down that corridor going, that looks great.
Yeah, and I think it's also a journey and shouldn't be rushed. I'm not keen on just doing a room and saying that's it, it's done.
No, it needs layers, but we'll get to layers.
Yeah, layers, but it just can take time. And if you don't find the right coffee table, the right lamps, wait until you do.
Yeah. And so I've noticed your home decorating style has changed a lot.
Do you think?
Yes. You're much braver as you've gotten older.
I was quite brave when we lived in Cadogan Gardens. I used that manual canvas fabric that was very brave. And then actually I married Michael and went down and had a bit of a Benison moment.
Yep.
What
is Benison?
Benison is a British, beautiful British fabric brand, and they're,
nice.
I think, all hand blocked. We used a lot of it in the hotel. We used to wall a lot of the rooms in the linen in the
beautiful.
hotel.
We have a lot
You've
of
got
Benison,
some. You've got
yeah.
a lot of Benison here.
I know what Benison is, but I'm trying to encourage you to be more descriptive.
Okay, yeah, good, well done, producer, well done. No, that's absolutely right. No, but I mean, recently in my last house, there was a panelled room. The panelling was it was from the 70s and quite ginger, wasn't it? It was an orangey ginger colour. So we decided to paint it.
Well, no need to be rude about gingers.
No need to be rude about ginger. And my great friend Meg Braff had painted a room we'd seen of hers in Locust Valley, and I loved that. And then I felt, I think I'm brave enough to do this room in green. So I used a colour from Edward Bulmer
who
called
we love.
Invisible Green, and I bought the paint, and the painters were coming on the Monday morning, and I thought, I cannot do this. This is it was much stronger than Meg's green. And anyway, so I went off and I bought a grey paint, having masses of it. And then on the morning I thought, no, be brave.
And you did it.
And I love that room.
Yeah. It's very bright green. It's not invisible at all.
Well, I think he was maybe suggesting that nature can be invisible, the green. I think there's some sort of reference to that.
Had you done, Serena, a word that I think I've heard you say before? Is it called drenched?
Yeah. No, the room isn't drenched because the
So what's
skirting,
drenched mean?
It's all over, so it's not in the ceiling.
Huh.
But it's on the cornice and the skirting boards and all the wood paneling. But would you ever use that green? No.
Do you see how she does that? She asks him questions and then she answers
Sorry,
it.
I'm sorry. Would you ever do that green?
I would do it in like more of a lacquer.
Yeah, well, that would be even stronger.
Yeah, but I would
Yeah.
not. I would not do it.
Could be fun in a
But
cloakroom.
you just do your whole house now as green and blue.
Well, it's interesting you say that. There are accents of green and blue with a bit of coral. Like I've got a little box in coral, I think.
Your whole house is blue and green. Talk
Well-
us through that, because that is kind of a mad thing to do.
It's not mad. No, well, I think also it very much depends on the layout of the house. And if the house flows in a particular way, I don't want it to jar. I want to walk through seamlessly with different strengths of colours and patterns. If I move house again, it won't be blue and green. It definitely
wow.
won't be blue
What
and green.
will it be?
Green and blue. No, I don't, I don't know, but I don't like to go from one room to another and it to jar. I
Okay.
don't.
But I'm so excited what your next house will be. Pink. It's going to have to be
Coral.
Like coral, and if it.
I
Can't,
did. Now you see the dining room. I changed the curtains, didn't I? I did coral curtains, and I just couldn't
didn't
live
like
with
it. No. Well, you're the queen also of layering, I'd say.
We both are.
So talk us through the kind of idea of layering.
Your mother has a nickname, a French nickname.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
What is it, Serena?
Millefeuille.
Madame Millefeuille.
Oh, right. Well, layering is an important part of decorating. Otherwise, it's just too flat.
Yeah, agreed.
How do you like to layer your rooms, Alice?
I mean, I think a room that hasn't been layered just feels like a decorator's come in and left it. I think it's about adding great lampshades, frills to lampshades, portraits, paintings,
Photos.
antiques, photos, not to bedrooms, but yes, photos. I think that coffee table books, I think it is all those little touches that.
And you're very good at that, because you'll also have a child's drawing, or everything is considered, but not too much.
Yeah.
So if there's something that means something to you, you'll put it in a room,
Yeah.
even if it doesn't
look
match.
good,
And I think that's no, I think it's really good to do that.
Another classic mum comment.
No, but
So
I think
you'll
it's
put
really
stuff
nice.
in the room,
I-
even if it doesn't look
No,
good.
but you know what I mean. That's charming and good. It's clever. It's very clever.
To put any
and
old
the
crap
room
in
then
there.
doesn't look contrived.
Yes.
I'm flattering you here.
Amazing.
It's
No,
very
but
good.
I've definitely got braver. When we first moved in, 70% of the rooms are the same, but 30% we just didn't paint the walls, or we didn't wallpaper the walls, or I hated our wallpaper in the hallway. It was like horrid, like English.
It
boot
wasn't
room.
horrid, but you were much, much
I
younger.
was 26.
Yeah.
I think even like this room, I did a tiny bit later, and I was braver in here.
And you should explain, where are you?
I'm in. Well, we don't want to say where we actually are, but
No,
we're in
but
the countryside in England.
This episode is about home, and you are in.
I am in my home, which I remember my friends coming and they were like, wow, we have not seen this much chintz since our grandmother's home.
We
And I
love
had
chintz.
always gravitated towards it. But I think 14, 13 years ago, it wasn't actually as
No.
widely used as it is, kind of the grand millennialist move towards it. I'm not saying I was one of the first in any way, but I think it is so evergreen, and I think it's great in the spring, it's great in the winter. It's particularly good in England because I think it.
Well, chintz, I believe, means a glazed cotton.
Yeah.
So it's the process.
Yeah.
And you would have a floral chintz, which would mean that there were flowers,
Yeah,
as opposed
exactly.
to, I think.
You could change the name of the podcast to Everyone Loves Chintz.
chintz.
Yeah.
Well, who was the king of chintz? Mario Boata.
Boata, yeah.
But of course, Colefax and Fowler. I mean, I've never had a house that hasn't had bowood,
Yeah, we've got Bowood.
which is a very famous
So-
green and blue, green and grey. It was floral, and red and blue, and then it's many other colours now.
What are your top 5 favourite designers, interior designers? Not, sorry,
Fabric designers.
fabric designers.
That would be Colefax.
Yes.
Sybil Colefax, Colefax and Fowler.
Yeah.
Let's put that under one umbrella. Brunswick and Fee,
Yep.
Schumacher,
Yeah.
American, Meg Braff, Benison.
The Schumacher team, Alice, when Mrs. Alice travelled to the Nashville Antiques and Gardens show, we met the Schumacher team there.
Yeah.
We did.
This wallpaper is Brunswick.
Brunswick, yeah.
It's the bird. Can't think what it's called. Bird something or other.
You
What
didn't
about you?
mention my favourite, Jean Monroe. Yeah. I'm glad
Yeah,
you
well
forgot
done.
her. Yeah, I
She
could
is-
do every room in every house,
I
actually.
agree with you, and I'm embarrassed I left her out. Jean Monroe. And you, Colefax. Would you have Colefax on your list?
Definitely. Jean Monroe, Colefax. I actually like Lewis and Wood.
Yep.
I like...
What do you like about Jean Monroe?
I think it's timeless. I think her chintz, you put them in a room and they don't look new. Do the chintz florals. I've done in Margot, my youngest daughter's room, I've done one of her very old-fashioned chintzes. I think it's called the Elizabeth. And I've actually put it on the walls.
And you've done it in the bunk room as well?
Done it in the bunk room. Yep. I've got her in most rooms. I think, though, with that, you then do have to layer, and I use proper old-fashioned eiderdowns, and then I love adding velvets to a room where I can. Cushions are a real problem.
I've told you time and time again, I would like to sell cushions at Mrs. Alice, and you say no, 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 no. But I think there is an art, and it's not an easy art, to creating a selection of cushions that are right size with the right trim. They can't all be trimmed. They can't all be in one fabric. They can't all be in one texture. There's a real art, isn't there, to cushions?
I'd say it's the one thing about designing I really cannot do.
You can, Alice.
Well, I mean, it just takes me so long.
You know, it's a game. It's a brain
It's
stretch.
Tetris.
You know how that if it's 55 centimeters and the next one's 50, but then that's got a trim. Yeah. So you take it down to 45 and then a rectangle. Yeah.
So maybe we should start thinking about cushions.
I would really love to do that. Could you? Anyone got a piece of paper?
No, I don't think we're there yet. But I'm interested also. I think there's been a kind of move to people loving their homes more, taking more pride, more joy. I mean, we started a tableware business, but actually it's really grown.
You're allowed to say what it's called.
Oh, mrsalice.com. But we now, the home takes up a third of our sales.
Yeah.
It is
huge. We have a fabric and wallpaper range.
We have fabric and wallpaper range, but we have urns, pedestals, side tables, lamps, faux orchids, and it is fascinating that people like these little accents that kind of elevate, even do like scalloped pedestals on the wall.
Yeah.
Scalloped sconces in chinoiserie, a lot of tollware. And I'm really fascinated that there is this, I think, gap that people do want to add that kind of statement piece, but sometimes you just don't know how.
And I admire people, by the way, who live in neutral homes. I mean, I think I'm a massive fan of Daylesford. I think what she does, Carol Bamford does, is just beautiful, and I love the simplicity of it. I don't think I'd ever want to live in it full time, but I really
have too much stuff.
I know, but I really, really love that putty and white and cream. And
maybe that'll be your next home.
Could be.
But then when I've stayed in people's homes like that, I come in from outside with my shopping bags and I put them down.
And then it's like, oh my God, I've got to leave.
It's just a mess.
Even fairy liquid's a problem.
Yeah, you have to just hide everything. That's what I kind of don't get.
But it's very peaceful and restful.
So has it got to moment or meltdown of the week?
Mum, come on, after you.
Well, I've been thinking about that, and I'm still thinking about that. So you go first.
My moment of the week. Well, I really just had quite a bad meltdown. I had an allergic reaction on my eyelids.
Oh, yes.
It's really awful.
Oh, I've had one. That's mine too.
Oh, see, she copies me. Yeah, well, I'll finish mine. I had they blew up. And I had to go to the pharmacy and get this kind of antibiotic ointment. And then it kind of went into my eyeballs and I looked like I was crying. Yeah. I looked like I was crying all the time. Just a couple of last week.
Huh, interesting. Yeah, I had a reaction on my ears. It's still there, actually. Yeah. In fact, I'm wearing earrings just for the podcast.
But what happened to your ears?
Well, I was wearing these earrings all the time.
And you're now putting them on again. That's clever.
No, they're different ones. And I wear them all the time, and they were just JCREW, and they weren't solid gold.
Okay.
And I think what's happened is that the gold, whatever it is,
has worn
off, and I've had a reaction to it.
Oh, so the lesson of this podcast is always wear solid gold.
Yeah.
But maybe don't wear earrings again then, Mum.
Do you know, it's weird you say that, but I really feel naked without an earring.
Let's talk about any current renovations, Mum.
Yeah, what about you? Do you have any? You've just done
The Hangout
in a lovely colour.
Yeah, in a neutral.
And we colour washed that.
Yes, we did.
And it was a neutral, but it was a strong neutral.
The Hangout is an outbuilding at our home here in the countryside, and was mainly there so my boys could go watch football, and when my teenagers grew up a bit, they could drink over there. It hasn't happened yet. They still want to
Teenagers, did you say, drinking over there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I have a soon-to-be 14-year-old.
And in England, they tend to start drinking, aged 11 or 12.
No, but like
sort of
16, 17. Anyway, it's called The Hangout. It's got sisal rugs. It's very neutral. You actually probably haven't seen it, any of you who follow me, but it's very relaxing.
Yeah,
And
that's my point.
I made the bedroom. I used a Colefax kind of more floral paper, but we did that all the way up. There are beams in the room. We did it through the beams.
Mrs. Munro fabric on the blinds.
Mrs. Monroe fabric, a gingham headboard. It's been a fun little project, actually. We
Good.
put a bath in the bedroom. That was a big thing. Wrong size bath went in. That was annoying.
Why was it wrong?
It was too small.
Oh,
Yeah.
Could you not fit in it?
I can only just fit in it. Yeah, so
And
we
that
need a big
really
one.
is saying something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? What are you doing?
I'm constantly disappointed. I'm constantly trying to do something else. But no, I have got no real... Do I have a project on? No.
You've just wallpapered your...
Oh, I have. That's true. I've just wallpapered the orangery. I'm not sure I made the right decision.
Wow. And you put new curtains in there.
And I put new curtains in there. I'm just trying
You're
to
not
live...
sure about either of it?
No.
So would you change that?
Yes.
Wow. No, I wouldn't be doing that.
Serena, I would never deem to tell my mother-in-law what's wrong.
Yes.
But is it really pronounced orangery?
I don't know what is... Orangery,
Is it
orangery...
orangery?
Orangery,
In English.
lemonery.
I just mean in English.
In English. Remember, you've got to remember that I'm Australian, so sometimes these words come out. So is it orangery? No, it's orangery.
Orangery.
How would you say it in French?
Orangerie.
There you go. So, Tom, back
So
at you.
you were speaking
back
French?
At you, Tom. Back
Sorry,
at you.
of course.
What I want to know, Mum, is let's say you've got a completely blank canvas.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to ask you the same question so you can think about it too.
Okay, well, you're not meant to just copy the questions I ask you, but anyway. So you've got a completely blank canvas.
Chocolate walls.
Where would you... No, what do you start with,
Okay, no,
though?
this is a very good question. I always try to start with a hero fabric. Look for that hero fabric and work from there.
Work from there, yeah.
And then even if it's just a cushion,
Yeah, yeah.
it doesn't have to be the curtains or a big piece, but if you have a hero fabric or a hero piece of porcelain or something, work from that.
Yeah, yeah. That's what we did in the drawing room here. We chose a Lijo for linen.
Yep.
And then everything else came from that.
Exactly. And that's a hugely successful room.
What was the inspiration?
Nancy Lancaster's drawing room,
Mm-hmm.
our drawing room.
Yeah.
It's on Architectural Digest if anyone wants to have a look. But it's also got clever pops of colour we had a decorator help us called Flora Soames. And she was very good at... I just have the odd red cushion in there.
And a sort of dark yellow.
I have
mustard.
and I have
mustard.
I have a dark...
And coral.
Yeah, that sounds like really bad now, but I have two dark yellow
Sounds like a car
cushions.
crash, but it's not.
It's not. They're almost mustard, but they're not. And the other day, the cushions weren't on there because they had to be refilled. And the room looked completely different. So
And
I think it is about being brave and
Yeah.
bringing that touch of colour in.
And the walls are...
The walls are actually a wallpapered strie
I've
by
got that in my
Farrow
drawing,
and Ball.
yeah.
And this is an interesting one because it's quite a big room. We wanted to do a paint effect in there. And my husband was very worried about the price of it, firstly. So we had someone come and just try a little bit of it. But our colour reference was this Farrow and Ball strie that worked perfectly with the Lijo for linen. And I never forget the guy up there, sweetly, or woman, I don't remember, working on the strie, by hand.
I don't remember this, yeah.
And it literally came out the colour of Ribena compared to the coral colour. And I thought, why would we spend all this money?
Wait, is Ribena a good or a bad thing?
Bad.
Bad.
We wanted it to be like it.
But guys, aren't you hoping for sort of sponsorships from Ribena?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, well,
We don't want sponsorships. Anyway.
We do. Hold on, I do.
From Ribena?
Never mind. Alice, so that paper, just for anyone who wants to know, is by Farrow and Ball, and it's called a drag.
Yes.
D-R-A-G.
Sorry, I said strie.
But it is a
looks like
strie paper.
Like this is a
But if you
strie.
want to look it up, it's called drag.
Yep. But you're very good at pelmet lengths, valance lengths, headboard heights, although I think you got the one in the hangout wrong. But
House manager.
how do you learn those things?
You don't. Well, I think probably there are some equations that are right, but you've just got to go with eye.
You know where you learn them from? From your mother.
From your mother. Well,
No,
she
but I
clearly
think
didn't teach me.
it's very good to mock things up. Mock up the cushions.
Well, like get a bit of
fabric, get some newspaper, work it out,
What,
stand
like
back.
mock up a headboard.
Well, yeah. I mean, just get a bit of fabric.
The best way to get your house done is to have guests, I find. When we got married, my in-laws were coming to stay with you. Do you remember?
Oh my goodness. And is Philip and Isabella, I'm presuming you're not listening to
They
this.
won't be listening.
I literally span around, like, as we say in Australia, a blue-ass fly. And I remember my housekeeper had a death in the family and had to leave. I was literally everyone. I became everybody.
Like most people are.
I realized, yes, like everyone else. I didn't have a headboard in the room they were going to stay in, and there was no time, and I was so panicked, and I thought, I want them to be so comfortable, and this is the first time they're coming to stay. And I was a bit het up. We were doing the food tasting for your wedding. I decided to make a headboard, and do you know what?
I remember you stapling it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I did a great job.
It
I wouldn't
didn't last that long, did it?
It did.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have it now,
You
but
don't
you know.
have it now. Yeah.
But no, I do believe if you put your mind to something and you go on YouTube. Now that is a fabulous thing, YouTube.
I have not done a how-to headboard.
Actually, that was something I could have had as my meltdown this week. My coffee machine broke, and
We're going to stay on home decor though.
No, we're going to hear the meltdown.
Okay, what was your meltdown?
no, it was
Come
just
on.
quite funny about the coffee machine because
Is it going to be funny? Is it going to be
Let's
funny?
see.
Let's see.
Sorry,
Let's see.
No
Let's see.
pressure. Carry on,
If you could
Serena.
just let us know
I've
how
got-
funny you find
Yeah,
this.
just slide me a DM. I'm just going
Yeah.
to tell you. I was trying to tell you
Slide
very
me a
quickly.
DM, Mum. How
My
old are
coffee
you?
machine is very important to me. I bought the top of the range coffee machine. You could virtually drive this thing. Anyway, it's broken twice. I've already paid. The repair bills are high. I rang the guy. I said, it is broken again. He said he was on holiday at half term. Of course he was. He's been repairing my coffee machine. He's in Barbados on holiday, my coffee machine man. I said, is there anything you could help me with over the phone? Because it's, you're not back because you're in the Barbados. And he said, if you just pick up the machine, which is, let me tell you about ways about what you do, and tilt it 45 degrees to the right. I'm like, sure. It worked.
What? What, with two new shoulders you were able to lift it?
No, you just tilted it 45 degrees. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. I don't know why I haven't brought this up. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. So I repaired.
Betsy doesn't know what's going on.
Back to
So wait, hold
YouTube.
on. Was that wasn't a meltdown? That was a real
It was
moment.
both. It was a combo. That's the best meltdown
So wait, how many?
moment.
Sorry, so your coffee machine you just turned. To
I
the right.
lifted it like that and I just tilted it 40 degrees. I thought, so now about every 4 or 5 days I walk past it. You said tilt it to the right.
Wow.
I'm like, so that just shows me, I'm usually that my coffee machine man, he's called Paul, definitely not watching this. I wonder if that's all you did last time for £300 when I sent it to him to repair it, because I was ready pretty quickly.
As we've given this coffee machine so much time, I
Oh,
think
actually,
we're
I'm
now,
going to name it.
We're
It's
actually
Sage,
going to have to tell them.
Sage Coffee Machines. I would consider a sponsorship.
And it's also it's an example of actually not buying the most expensive one, because we didn't buy the most expensive one and it hasn't broken once. So
What, do you want a medal?
well, I'm just saying it's a good thing.
Anyway, sorry. We're going to have a meeting after this, and I'm going to be told that I went off topic and not to do it, and next time to stay on topic. But
So staying on topic,
what was that topic? Yeah, where? What are we about?
we're on home decor.
Yeah, I know.
Can you give us, because you do know so much,
No, you do it. What?
to give us some rules for decorating?
Are there any rules? I think the only rule is do what makes you happy. You don't want curtains that are too short off the floor. You don't want anything that's uncomfortable. That drives. I mean, that my Michael will have an absolute meltdown with me. What does he say? Something over
Style over substance.
Tom.
You're trying to ask me what your husband said to you when I wasn't there. I don't know.
I know, but it's like form over function.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
something like
Yeah.
form over function. He's like, no, Serena, no. And I'm like, oh, come on. No, but he can't bear uncomfortable sofas or...
I think lighting is a big one to me.
I think if you can, and I never have, afford a lighting specialist, I think it's a very good thing to do.
Well, I haven't used a lighting specialist, but obviously we want to all be in rooms where there's beautiful natural light. But if you live in the English countryside, that's not like
never
a
happens.
given.
Why don't we talk about light bulbs?
Well, we'll talk about that too. Being a real pure English country house lover, one thing I do not like is badly lit rooms.
Well, I can't.
And I cannot stand, overhead,
No.
overly lit rooms.
No, like you're in a refrigerator.
Like you're in a refrigerator. But I also can't stand being in a dark room because there
No.
are no ceiling lights. They haven't put enough lamps in. So I think that's one thing I did before I had Margot.
Sounds like you're living in a nightmare. What do you do then?
Before I had
Torch?
Margot, by the way, this idea of like you carry
A
your
torch. Perfect.
I still started nesting even though Margot wasn't growing in my tummy, is all I'll tell you. And lighting was huge, and I just changed some lighting in our rooms, and it made a
How?
huge
With bulbs?
difference. I
Very
added
different
some more side lamps.
Oh, I see.
Floor lamps, and I added a little bit of lighting in the ceiling, but through lanterns.
Wow, that is revolutionary.
Fuck off, Tom. Who wants to eat at breakfast in the dark?
You had this problem and you added more lamps and it solved it. It's absolutely...
I think lighting a room is really hard. You try it.
It is
And
hard.
we wouldn't have a light bulb
But,
or light in this
isn't it
house.
true, Tom, that your father has bought enough
50
light bulbs to last him?
50 years.
He is very keen on the old-fashioned
Me
light
too.
bulbs.
Let me tell
and
you,
so
you
he
cannot find them.
stockpiled them.
I'm gonna.
He's like an apocalyptic
I completely
light
get
bulb
that.
hoarder. And he's bought as many as he can, yeah. Which I think you have too.
I have tried to.
But
I've run out,
Because
actually.
it's got to be warm light. And these eco light bulbs, however good they are for the environment,
There was an article in Country Life about them, and I bought every one they recommended.
they're not good for my mental health. You're not that good at asking questions. So
I
I'm gonna
have
ask
been
myself
asking
them.
you questions.
Are there
What's
any-
your favourite colour?
Why are we doing this with a moron? Seriously.
I'm the only one available. I don't mind. Listen, I don't mind stepping out. You could have. Who else do you want to have come in?
Oh, there's a lot of people. There are a lot of people.
No. What's your favourite colour?
I don't have a favourite colour because I really like all colours. One of my decorating go-tos, I have, for example, if we go back to Margot's bedroom, the Jean Monroe Elizabeth, look it up, there is a touch of blue in, and it's not the dominant colour. Mm-hmm. And what I often do in a room is I pull out that non-dominant colour,
Yeah,
and I love
very
that.
clever.
So I've actually piped the room all the way around, all the walls with blue. So it's a little bit unexpected. Not that I'm not contrived. I want just the room to be pretty, but I think that that's a really nice thing to do. Even this room, we're in a room with lots of different colours, and we've brought out the kind of coral colour is on the sofa, whereas a lot of people would have maybe kept it blue, kept it green, kept it a bit more neutral. So I think that's a good tip.
I'm just going to keep asking questions now. You're going to not be able
Tom
to
wants to too, but you
What,
can
Tom?
let her ask a couple, because she hasn't done that well
go for
asking
it.
questions this time.
What current trend would you not follow or do? What do you not like in decorating?
I'm afraid that I think my taste is appalling because it's so one-dimensional. So I suppose everything that isn't kind of a very traditional 1950s inspired palette through texture, through wallpapers, through colours. I'm modern homes, that Soho House look. I mean, it's just not me, sadly. I think even my husband is more modern than I am. It's almost like any trend. I mean, what trend could I bring in?
You want to live in a house where you open the door and you're like, oh dear, the granny who lived here has died and she's not here anymore. That's your dream.
Yeah, even if you could smell her body, it would be good.
Please.
Well, that would show
not.
that the
I
trim.
think
You don't need to smell.
I think not.
Alice.
It's an oddity about me. I like things old. I have almost an antique poodle in every room.
Can I explain what I like in home design?
Of course.
We'd love to know.
I grew up in English countryside and I like a traditional look. The other thing I really like is kind of that thing that you sometimes see abroad, maybe in Italy or Spain, Tuscany or Andalusia, the white walls with the white curtain. And
married to the wrong person.
I really like that.
Yeah,
and
but
could you bring that to the English countryside?
No, but I think that's...
Please.
No, but I think the
I'd
thing
like
is,
that.
if you're lucky enough to have houses in other parts of the world, that's where you can do it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
But-
you would definitely...
Wait, Serena, we have a house in Wales.
Sure. I mean, yeah, very different. But
No,
you
no,
would.
of course,
you
if
would
you had
do
an
a-
amazing house in Spain or you had
Yeah.
a house in Italy. But I think the point more is that when we moved in here, Tom rather perversely was a bit like, let's go modern, let's bring a bit of modern art in. And I think the problem with that is you have to kind of do it everywhere.
I don't agree.
Really? What, you think you can just have like Damien Hirst
I think
on
you
the
can
chintz?
mix art. I think you can.
Really? No, but I mean mix all of it, not have beautiful fringing or silks or, have it kind of modern.
I think it's
and-
about taste, Alice.
Well, clearly I don't have
No,
it.
I think-
Why
I
are we
think
doing
you-
the episode on this if we don't have any bloody taste?
No, I think I quite like a mixture. Not that I have it, but I really admire it when people can hang contemporary with
Yeah.
old.
I don't know
masters
enough about
and
art, so I shouldn't really.
Grayson Perry, the sculptor, famously said that people who live in sort of traditional grand country houses have no taste because they're just having the taste of people who've gone before them. And I think
they're correct.
He's right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And what about any decorating faux pas you've done?
Well, there's orange silk curtains, but then I sort of slightly miss them.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you miss them? The
I
coral
mean,
silk?
going to a house it's weird. It's almost like an immersive experience.
In a bad way.
Well, you know how you go like to the Bubble Museum and there's like loads of bubbles everywhere and you leave being like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's a similar feeling when you go to your house. It's so blue and green. You almost start like seeing blue and green and iCat. And it's just
quite strong.
It's strong. It's strong.
So when you leave, you suddenly dress up like Serena. You put your hair big. You put curlers in.
You do. Well,
you turn into Serena.
No, but almost like the motorway signs are still blue and green in your head.
They are green, and the sky behind them is blue.
And the grass is green. And that's why it's not such a different thing. It's really not.
Well, like my car turns green, and then I realise life isn't blue and green.
Your car is blue.
Yeah, your car is blue. So let's just get back on that. And this room is blue. Well, we've been very lucky because you gave me almost, I know I'm not going to say free reign, that wouldn't be true, but to design our own collection for Mrs. Alice.
Yes.
Which has been very successful.
Yes.
Which is a mix of sort of the traditional iCat.
Yes.
We're
talking just about Serena Fresson fabrics, I think, here.
Yes. Sorry if that wasn't clear.
No, yeah, we need to put that clear, that Mum has designed
Explain.
and wallpapers. Very kindly, she's put them on our website. And the iCat's been incredibly successful in blue and green.
There is a story as well. And putty.
And then you also have the Lily of the Valley.
Lily of the Valley, the new ones. They've already been selling. Theodora and Sybil. We have 4 core colours. And then we have a sort of more wintry range of colours. And we've got a sort of happier, sunny range. And we've got Palm Beach pink, don't we? We've got a coral and a turquoise. Yeah.
I mean, that comes in quite nicely with the questions. Question o'clock.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
Would that be okay?
Yeah, we'd love that.
So the first one is from Daisy. What's your favourite fabric you've designed?
I think my favourite is probably the Chelsea Square. I love that. It's a very large, bold,
large scale,
one colour print.
Wait, is that what's in your bedroom, Serena?
It is, Tom.
Oh,
it is.
Your happy place.
What are you?
It is.
What are you saying, darling?
And it's got large pomegranates on it. I love that. The iCat stripe I didn't design. I mean, it is a traditional, I tweaked it, but I wouldn't ever want to say that I was responsible for designing that. I love our new fabrics. Do you?
Okay, great.
Which is your favourite fabric from our collection?
I love the Lady Isabella.
Oh yes, the Lady Isabella.
That's my favourite for sure.
Named after your favourite?
Named
after my favourite mother-in-law.
Well, it was a long journey coming up with that design, because it was to try and do a floral with a Mrs. Alice twist. It took a lot of doing, but I think we're there.
I love that.
So next question from Travels of Toby. Tips for mixing texture and patterns.
Just go for it. That's what it's all about.
Be brave.
Put a gingham on a velvet.
Yeah.
Put any kind of fringing on a silk. That is the key, is literally saying there's no tip, just mix it.
I mean, it's like, decorating your home is like dressing yourself.
Yeah.
The other day I went out and I wore my leopard jacket, and then I wore a tweed scarf and a tweed coat. 2 different types of fabric and 2 patterns.
Yeah.
It's like getting dressed.
Yeah.
Question from Sarah. Entertaining and hosting tips, formula for an amazing party.
Alice, that's your question.
So this is less about home decor, but we'll take it anyway. I think just be immensely organised.
Yes.
Organisation is key.
And not overwhelming your guests.
Yeah. If you want to entertain and be a good hostess, you just have to be organised before they walk through that
Because
door.
Otherwise they feel your pressure. I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
They feel your sort of stressing, and that's not good for them.
And you'll always feel like a swan. You'll always be paddling underneath really fast, and you'll be thinking, oh, that's in the oven. Oh, God, the husband's just cancelled. I've got to make the table smaller. But if you're as organised as you can before those unprecedented problems come up.
Like when one of our guests' dog tried to eat your alpacas.
Yeah.
I mean, I think also...
I changed the plasma that night, actually. I didn't sit next to him because I was so annoyed.
And also, don't cook anything new.
No.
Don't try and make it look like it's a wedding.
Yeah, also cook something like really slow cooked the day before, so you don't have anything to do.
Yeah, and you don't have to, if you do a slow cooked lamb, you don't have to carve it.
Also, all I do now is I just only cook one thing. It's great because I'm really good at it.
Hamburgers.
Yeah. I
So you're basically saying don't do anything, don't even feed them, don't...
No, I'm saying just do stuff make it easy for yourself.
Judy asks, how much time in advance do you start planning birthday parties?
It depends on how big the party is. I mean, a kid's party, 10 days. Tom's party needs longer because, he's a bit tricky at times.
I am not tricky.
Well, you like things just so. But I mean, a big milestone one takes a bit longer.
Yeah, it takes a little bit longer. We're doing one at the moment.
We are indeed.
Eleanor asks, pet peeves in the home?
Being told to take your shoes off.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like that?
I hate that.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Take your jumper off.
You are a bit. You've got to like what? Take your top off.
It's just like, no.
Well, it's for people who want to keep the dirt out.
Yeah.
And
But
I
if
do
my shoes are clean.
No, well, they're not. But I do understand people who want it. But I also am not a great fan of taking your shoes off.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're dirty, it's not a bad idea.
If they're muddy,
Muddy, that's
but
what I
even
mean.
mud can come off a carpet.
So if you have, in your view, like if you come in with some wellies on, mud everywhere, you're like, just march
Well,
into the sitting room.
I would like to say I think that you, Alice and Tom, are very, very generous hosts. And I don't mean that from a financial standpoint. You just make your guests feel so at home. And you do really, if someone spills a Bloody Mary on the carpet, don't worry, we'll deal with it. But also you've got pure wool carpet. And I think that makes a huge difference because your carpet
It's a tighter weave.
But your carpet is literally...
It's by Britton, Britton. Sadly, our colour is
Would it be
discontinued.
Brinton or Britain?
I think it's... Oh, maybe it is Brinton. I was quite impressed I even knew that. Well done. You see, she knows everything. Everyone loves my mother. My father-in-law had it at his home and he said it was so great. And this is really boring, but it is because the weave is tighter. And when a weave is tighter, it means that anything that spills on it or any mud that goes on it doesn't actually penetrate into the fibres. It stays on
But
top.
also it's such good quality that you have it them professionally cleaned and they come out. And so anyway, but I think it does filter through to you making your guests feel that if they spill something, it is not a problem and keep on and carry on. And I think that's a lot of people make you feel a bit precious or I can't do that. But, you're very, very good at that. And that makes a part
Don't
of
love dogs on eiderdowns.
I'm sure you don't.
It's a bit of
Your
a-
eiderdowns are silk.
That's a bit of a pet peeve of mine.
Or when they savage your alpacas.
Or when they savage their
Mm-hmm.
Final question from Gregory. Tips for making a new house feel like home?
Have a baby and bring it in.
Yeah. Well, if not,
Genuinely.
scented candle.
Scented candle, photo frames, books, magazines,
Layers.
layers, hanging.
all-
As you say, hang special things on the wall.
Do you know how I make our home feel like home? Bring your mother in.
Yeah.
Leave your drawers open.
No,
Yeah.
bring my
Bring-
mother-in-law. If my mother-in-law is at our home,
It feels like a home.
it feels like home.
That's
Well,
very kind.
I hope this is, it's a more boring episode, I suppose, but I think hopefully informative. Yeah.
Anyway, drop us a DM.
2 out of 10.
Actually. I think I
And if
might
you-
change
they-
producer.
Do you think we should? I don't think we'll get anyone as devoted, Alice. I don't.
I don't know, but he
I
might
don't-
be less kind of scary bear. And anyway, we will, have many more episodes focused on home decor. This was just a light sprinkling of what my mother knows. But we can do one just on wallpaper. We can do one just
Anyway,
on...
let us know if
Yeah.
you've got any questions or
Yeah.
ideas. I'd love to know ideas for podcast topics. But we would genuinely love your input.
And next week is going to be
Mum.
something slightly different. So next week you are going to be asked your favourite things of all things by the producer.
Can I ask a question for you all as well? We're on episode 8 now. How do we know if anyone's listening?
Yeah, that's a good point because if you're not, I'm not
Hello?
wasting my time. But
Yeah.
I'd really rather give it up. I'm a tiny bit embarrassed.
Really, you're embarrassed. You're not. You tell everyone, literally, wherever she goes. I mean, almost when we get into the country, she tells the passport officer.
Yeah.
And then she says it's all about her.
That's not true.
Yeah,
but it
also
is.
she went abroad the other day and they said, what's your profession? She said, podcaster.
Anyway, tell us what you'd want us to talk about. Slide us a DM. My mother will reply to you. Find us on Instagram. We're not trying to sell ourselves. Pummer, Pum Dog.
We love you.
We
Thanks,
love
Mum.
you.
You got anything
Bye,
to
Mum.
say?
Life ain't perfect, but we're doing our best.
We're doing our best.
We're trying.
Bye,
We're
folks.
trying. Bye.
Have a good evening.